Struggling to figure out how much protein you actually need to lose weight? Let's break it down today so you get a lot of clarity without any of the overwhelm. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of conflicting information out there. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Kathleen Hart, and I am the founder of Less Weight, Better Life. I help you lose weight in a healthy and sustainable way while also healing your relationship with food and yourself. Today, we're going to talk about why protein is essential, how much you need, common myths around protein, and how to incorporate more protein into your daily meals in a very easy and functional way. And if anyone would like a more personalized plan to hit your weight loss goals while eating in a way that feels really good, check out my course, Less Weight, Better Life, linked down below. I'll share more details about that later in the video. So let's talk about why protein is essential, not only for health, but also for weight loss. Protein helps our body build and repair. Protein is the building blocks for our muscles, our tissues, our skin, and even our hair. And it's essential for repair and recovery, especially if you're an active person. Protein is so important for weight loss because it helps keep you satisfied because it takes your body the longest to break down protein. So that means it keeps you fuller for a lot longer. And when you're full, you're not craving the sugary snacks, the salty snacks, the desserts, anything that's gonna cause you to fall off track because your body is processing the protein and you're just not hungry. So the more protein that you incorporate into your diet, the less likely you are to be grabbing the unhealthy snacks in between your meals. I always say add protein, more protein into your diet, and it will make dieting easier. It will make reaching your weight loss goals so much easier. And I also love protein because it boosts your metabolism. Protein actually has a high thermic effect, which means your body burns more calories by digesting it compared to carbs or fat. And who doesn't want a faster metabolism? It's perfection. And really, protein is the answer. So how much protein do you actually need? And there's a lot of conflicting information out there around this. What I've found to be pretty true in my life and in clients is that 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per your goal weight is what you should be aiming for every day. For example, if your goal weight is, let's just keep it simple, 150 pounds, then you would be aiming for 120 to 150 grams of protein per day. And do this with your goal weight, not your current weight. But also take into account what you're doing throughout the day. Are you really active? Are you bodybuilding? Are you weight training? You might need a little bit more. And if you're more sedentary, maybe you have a desk job or you've got long commutes or you're just not moving as much or working out as much, you might even need less. This is where you need to really also listen to your body. So videos like this are a great way to get you inspired with the facts, but then always listen to your own body and decide, okay, what's gonna be best for me? And it's also really important to focus on consistency and not perfection. I say that in almost every video because if we focus too much on being perfect, we burn ourselves out and really we mess with our mindset. Because if we keep thinking that we have to be perfect every single day in order to reach our goals, spoiler alert, you're not gonna be. Humans are not perfect. So when you put yourself to that really high standard, you're gonna be let down more times than not. So it's important instead to put your focus on being consistent instead of being perfect. The main goal is to get to your goals consistently throughout the week, but not stress about hitting it perfectly every single day. If it works out that way, great. But if it doesn't, it's totally fine. Let it be okay to be consistent instead of putting your bar up to this perfection level that we know we can't sustain. You might be able to sustain it for a couple of days, maybe even longer, but eventually you're gonna burn out. It's not worth it. Focus on consistency instead. So before we talk about how to incorporate more protein into every meal of your day and the common myths around it, let's talk about today's video sponsor, Element Electrolytes. I absolutely love working with Element and I love sharing them with you because they have transformed my days. I was struggling in the afternoons, a lot of afternoon fatigue. Now I just literally grab an Element and I feel amazing. It turns out that a lot of the symptoms I was experiencing a few years ago were just from electrolyte deficiency. And now that I'm working out and weight training 4 to 5 days a week, this has become my recovery as well. I love that Element comes in convenient sparkling cans. I love these so much. And you can also grab packets if you want to do an on the go, if you want to just mix this with water. No matter what you choose, you're going to get a low carb way to incorporate your electrolytes into your day with a science-backed electrolyte ratio that's going to have potassium, magnesium, and sodium, all perfectly portioned out for you, no guesswork needed. And I love Element because they fit a whole bunch of different lifestyle choices. So whether you're watching your carbs like me and you want something low carb, whether you're keto, paleo, gluten-free, or vegan, these are all good for you. And the best part is anybody watching today can use my code and get a free sample pack with your next order. Whether you're an existing customer or a brand new customer, it doesn't matter. Use my code so you get that sample pack every time. All you need to do is go to drinkelement.com/heart. That's drinkelement.com/heart, H-A-R-T. I will have it linked down in the description box. Thank you to Element for sponsoring today's video. So let's uncover some of the common myths around protein that are kind of circulating the internet right now. I have people messaging me about this all the time, and I say always do your own research and follow your gut instincts. If something doesn't feel right, you're the person who's gonna know the best. If it doesn't feel right in your gut and your intuition, then I would follow that. So let's talk about too much protein being bad for your kidneys. From the research that I've done, unless you have a pre-existing kidney issue or kidney condition, or it is hereditary in your family, there's really no evidence that eating more protein is going to harm your kidneys. The second one, protein makes you bulky. And this is especially true for women. They're asking me this all the time. If I eat a ton more protein, am I gonna start being all bulky like a bodybuilder? And actually, it's the exact opposite. Eating more protein is going to get you a more lean and toned physique rather than bulky. I mean, if you're actively trying to be a bodybuilder, and this is so funny because a lot of people that come to me and say, I can't believe you're weight training. You guys, I'm not bulky at all. I feel so lean and so toned. I'm fitting into a size 2 jean right now, whereas when I started, I was a 16. So to me, the more protein hasn't caused any bulk whatsoever, and I'm weight training on top of that, but I'm also weight training for a toned and lean physique. I'm not going in there and deadlifting and doing these crazy squats with hundreds of pounds. No, I'm not doing any of that. I'm doing weight training that works with what my goals are. So you're not going to just all of a sudden bulk up overnight without doing the extreme workouts of someone who becomes a bodybuilder. So just remember that. More protein is gonna be a toned, lean physique, and actually it's gonna really help you love the way your body looks. That's what it's done for me. So the third myth is that you have to live on bland chicken and eggs all day long just so that you can reach your protein goals. This one is so not true. There are so many varieties out there of ways to get your protein in that don't even involve eggs and chicken. There's Greek yogurt. There is a ton of different protein shakes out there now, protein powders. Then there's also ground beef, ground chicken, ground pork, fish, shellfish. And then there's also plant-based proteins like tofu, lentils, and beans. You're definitely not stuck just eating one type of protein for the rest of your life to meet your protein goals. And if you're still a little bit confused about how to make your meal plans or how to create a life where you're reaching your weight loss goals, definitely check out Less Weight, Better Life, my online course. It gives you the blueprint. I've done everything for you to create a lifestyle change. And I teach you step-by-step how to eat in a way that feels sustainable and really enjoyable, and to reach your goal weight is the intention, and then to go on to maintain it as well. That's always linked down below. So now let's move on to simple ways that you can increase your protein starting today. Make sure that every single meal you are eating a protein. No matter if it's a main meal or it's a snack, you should be incorporating protein at every meal or snack time throughout your day, because it will all add up. And like I said earlier, there's so many different options and ways to incorporate more protein into your day. Keep it super simple, especially in the beginning when you're getting your footing and trying to incorporate and getting up to that high number that you're trying to increase to. You can utilize easy options like canned tuna, rotisserie chicken, Greek yogurt, protein shakes. You could even meal prep some protein-rich snacks like string cheeses, boiled eggs, protein bars if you're going that route. Keep these options on hand so that you're never left without a good protein-rich option to incorporate into your next meal or snack. So protein is essential for weight loss. It really is. And I want you to leave this video thinking, wow, it's not as hard as I thought. Keep it super simple. Don't overthink it and don't overcomplicate it. In your mindset, just focus on why it's important, how much you need, and then avoiding the myths and incorporating those tips to increase your daily intake. Because remember, you don't need to be perfect to see progress. It's so much more about the consistency. Start small, stay consistent. And if you want a full plan to simplify your weight loss journey and make protein and everything else work in your favor to reach your goals, my online course, Less Weight, Better Life, is definitely your next step. Click the link below to get instant access today. So I want to hear from you. What is your favorite protein source right now? Drop it down in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you're not already, and turn your bell notification on so you get notified every time I put out a new video. I have so many simple, actionable tips that you can implement in your weight loss journey coming this year. You do not want to miss them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.